Hey guys, Carnage Kenny here. And have you guys ever been in a situation where you're all hanging out and you're talking about movies because you really love movies and you're talking about horror movies and there's that friend, like you bring up a really good movie that you really like and there's that friend that's like, I've never seen that. We all have that guy. We all have those guys that hasn't seen a classic movie that we feel like they should see. Well, I was in that situation, and my buddy Zach, his YouTube will be down in the description, hasn't seen The Return of the Living Dead. And this movie is amazing. I love this movie. I hope I'm like you guys. I have a deep, deep love for this movie. I've been watching this movie since I was a kid. And I can't wait to show him it. So let's go get him. All right, we're back from seeing The Return of the Living Dead.
Return of the Living Dead.
Return of the Living Dead. 1985 comedy.
It was a good year.
Horror movie. It was a good year. I was not alive, contrary to belief.
I was.
You were?
Yeah.
You were alive?
Yeah.
Damn, you're old.
Yeah.
So, what were you thinking when the film first started?
I'm gonna watch this movie.
Right.
That's about it. I didn't really know anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, zombie movie.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Living Dead.
Right.
You know?
Right. What else?
Yeah. One of the things I like the most are the characters.
Yeah. I like the punk crew.
You like the whole crew?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember their names. There's Suicide. He was the over the top, like, the world doesn't get me type of guy.
I mean, I got something to say, you know? What do you think this is all about? You think this is a fucking costume? This is a way of life.
That's the guy with the chain?
Yeah, the chain. Yeah. And there was Trash, the girl that's like sexually aroused to death.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Getting all naked and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And there was Suicide, Trash. I think those are the only names I know, but Freddy. He was like the protagonist, kind of. At first,
and then he turned, and then he wasn't.
Yeah, and then it went off. It went off the rails a little bit after that.
For sure.
So I feel like they kept just digging their own grave here. They kept just making the situation worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, I mean, they started off not expecting anything bad to happen, so they just like went into a cemetery.
Yeah,
which is like you don't expect zombies to come out. So
yeah. It's not like they did it on purpose or anything like that, but they definitely didn't make their situation better.
Yeah, for sure.
I find this movie hilarious.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Okay. You're older than me, so you got the humor.
True, yeah.
Nah, but all realness, this movie's fucking hilarious. I like so during the beginning where after the intro where the smoke goes up, after they cremate all the ligaments and they get all the animals up and you got the 80s metal going on in the background. I really like the dog coming to life.
The
split dog coming to life and they just beat him.
Yeah.
And like don't know.
That's fair to do,
Yeah, I mean that would have freaked me the fuck out.
Dog that's just like making noise and
That would have freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah, for sure.
One of my
I would have been out.
Yeah, I would have left a while ago. Yeah. They stuck around forever.
They stuck around the entire time.
Like, I just don't understand. Like, there's so many warnings on that on that tank. And even the guy, when they finally called the number, they were like, why'd you wait this long to call us, bro?
Obviously, right? You're going to call the cops. Like, what are they going to do?
Get eaten?
One cop car pulls up, and we're like, we're saved.
That never happened. Like, in our area, like, when a cop, it's always like 3 deep because they're so bored. Like, I feel like one cop, that's weird. Like, one cop rolling up. That's kind of weird to me.
I mean, you're not getting anything done.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's
Like,
towards the
check the
zombies.
horizon,
I
I
guess.
guess.
Know, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
They thought
I guess
they were
so.
just pulling
Yeah.
up to like a distress call or whatever.
Yeah, I guess that they wouldn't have any idea
Yeah.
that they were gonna
I mean,
get
if I was like a cop, you know, and I'm not a cop.
Spoiler alert.
A call to go out. They didn't even say anything. They just like called the cops, didn't they? Like they didn't.
Yeah,
say
I don't remember
zombies.
them even calling the cops. Actually,
Yeah, I don't either. Actually,
Yeah, I don't. That happens off camera, maybe.
They called the ambulance.
And maybe
for
them
the
missing
guys in-
brought the cop to assess the situation.
I think when like an ambulance is called, don't they just like send cops also?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah. So I guess that was what it was. And then the more cops came because the zombie was like, send more cops.
That was corny
That
as
shit was
fuck.
Send more cops.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
They did it twice too. They did it the first
The
time.
paramedics.
Yeah, send more paramedics, and then the second one was send more cops. I'm like,
They just hungy.
I don't blame them. You know?
Yeah, because apparently it hurts to be dead.
Yeah.
That scene is
Yeah,
so good.
It's something that they like added so much lore to the zombies on like.
Which is kind of cool. You
It
don't
is
see
cool,
that.
yeah.
Like, the only thing you really see is lore to how they became zombies,
Yeah.
which is what we didn't get. Focus on that in zombie movies, and they didn't at all. So you don't really know how they became zombies. You just know that they got shipped there.
Yeah.
That's all you know.
Some military shit. I don't
Yeah.
know, you know.
My favorite scene, it's actually one of my favorite scenes in, like, horror, I guess, was the scene when they're talking to the zombie. They, like, tie her up,
Yeah.
and her spine's, like, hitting, like it's moving. Like, they didn't have CGI then. Like, they made all of that. And it's really effective.
Yeah.
Like, some practical effects looks kind of crappy, but that was just really cool. And, like, the whole, like, they eat brains to feel better. It's just kind of like, you're just like, oh, well, that makes sense now.
Yeah. You know what that scene reminded me of?
What?
That in SpongeBob, the chocolate, the old lady is like, I need more chocolate.
You just can't wait for me to die, can you? They're selling chocolate. Chocolate? Yeah. What? What are they selling? Chocolates.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking. you
Yeah,
know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
the really old lady.
Yeah, she's just like a spine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is kind of how she looks. Maybe it was homage. Maybe they paid respects to it. Who knows?
Maybe. Probably not. Maybe.
But then they start dying. Like, the paramedics come and they're dead.
Yeah.
They're dead, and they still like chilling with them.
Yeah. Even the people that survived didn't, because they got, spoiler.
They get nuked.
nuked.
They get nuked. I like that you guessed that. They're like, what are they going to do? Nuke them?
Yeah, right. I mean,
What
do
else
you
can you do?
Right? What do you do? Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of.
I mean, I guess
lot of
we could get
zombies.
like nowadays we could get like drones and shit. Like, drones just take them all out and shit.
I'd say just nuke them.
Just nuke them.
Dude, I mean.
There's like innocents.
Even if it happened right here, like right now, and I was one of the innocents that died, yeah.
You'd be
nuke
all
'em,
right?
dude, yeah. What, you think, you leave up the zombies and take over the whole world? No,
I guess.
No, I mean, what are you going to do? You know?
Right.
Zombies.
It is.
You know, what
It
are you
is.
gonna
It
do?
is. Oh, man. This is probably the most animated. Like, everybody's acting is
It was really over the top.
way over the
That's
top.
like a lot of these kind of movies in this like era.
In the
you know?
80s?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Like, that's a really fair judgment. Actually, yeah, that's really good. But I feel like if it wasn't over the top in this one, it wouldn't have been as good.
I mean, like from the start, you're not supposed to take this movie super seriously.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know? So when they make it like really goofy and corny looking,
I like
it. Kind of
it.
adds to it, you know?
Yeah, it does.
I
It does
makes
add to
better,
it. One of the guys is in Friday the 13th as well.
Yeah. Really?
He's in like part 5. And that's the only cast that I like recognize.
I don't know. I didn't really recognize anybody.
Yeah.
I don't have a good like sight for actors. And
Yeah,
actresses
yeah.
Of like before, like 2010.
Yeah.
You know?
I first, my dad showed me this when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. Like when I watched it, I like forgot about it after that, and then later in life, I like watched it again. I was like, oh, it was that movie. That was the movie my dad showed me.
Word.
So yeah, they're just chilling with them, and they're dead. The paramedics said, you guys are dead,
Yeah.
and they don't think to like kick them out
I
because
would have let them.
because the shelter was pretty. Other than like the windows, which they boarded up, I feel like they could have did like a double boarding, like board the room and the windows in the room, and like have like and they'd be fine. Like they'd need food. and shit.
Right. I mean, it's not permanent.
Yeah. I think zombies are like kind of smart in this.
I mean, they were like conscious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like what is?
Say
Does it like
why she wanted
make
it.
you like crazy? Because like he was all about not wanting to die, not be a zombie, and the next minute Freddy's like, Tina, I want your brains. Like he's like, does it warp your mind? But because you're conscious,
Well,
like
so,
kind of like a
he
mental
was-
defect.
He
thing?
was a little different than just a regular zombie.
That's what I'm
brought back up,
saying. Yeah.
because they like him and the other guy that worked there that initially like set it off. They got it through like inhaling the fumes or whatever. You know, they turned into zombies from doing that in like the unit. But like all the zombies that were like out there mindless attacking for brains were out of the graveyard who have been dead for like years. And
Yeah, they were like almost skeletons. They were
yeah, a
gross.
lot of them were. Yeah,
They were gross. Some of them weren't. Like half.
some
maybe.
of yeah, they were mixed.
And they were fast. They were kind of fast.
I mean, they were fast enough. It was really
Yeah,
just the numbers.
And yeah, there
Right,
was a
there was
lot.
too
I don't
many.
know how many people. Like, I guess it depends on the.
Like the size of the
Cemetery?
cemetery. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume probably hundreds. And we saw like the one time where the girl was going back to get Freddy,
Yeah.
and she was like walking around the graveyard. It was
yeah.
wild.
Yeah,
I mean, there was, you know,
they did spend a
multiple
lot of
different
time, but then
scene
you
shifts
see how big
to
it
it.
is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there was probably like hundreds. of
Maybe
zombies.
maybe thousands.
Maybe.
And then it went into the town, and
Yeah.
and Trash turned into she turned into like a super zombie.
Yeah,
she looked like
I never
she
heard
turned
of
into like the boss.
Yeah.
I got like a boss, like a final boss type of vibe. Like
Yeah.
you'd have to get through her to finish the game or something.
She's like the final boss.
Yeah, and when she
Yeah.
bit, like she was like crazy
Yeah.
looking. Like she looked
She was-
cool.
she was really crazy.
But it was funny to see her character go from this like, oh yes, I like, don't you want to know what it's like to die? Like all like thinks it's cool with death, and then death stares at her in the face, and she's just a wimp. She was just crying all the time and like wanting a towel to dry and stuff, and like she was just like scared. Like she was
Yeah.
the most scared one.
I mean, I would be. So.
Yeah, but like you don't have a facade that you're like death turns you on and shit.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
I feel like it was obvious
feel
like
you.
her like it was just a costume. Like
Yeah.
Suicide said. Like it was just a facade that she was putting up. In reality, she's just like as scared as anybody else. I really
It's
like
funny
that.
that she like called out her death too, like how she was gonna die.
Yeah,
by
she
a bunch of
wanted it.
people eating her.
She wanted that. She wasn't it didn't sound she didn't sound happy when it was happening.
No, but then she was probably happy after.
Yeah, I mean
You know,
I guess she
make a
didn't really
zombie or whatever,
it
you
doesn't
know?
matter at that point.
Yeah,
You're dead.
yeah. You might not even keep your own conscience or whatever.
Yeah.
So who knows?
And then the scenes with the guy are kind of weird. The I guess army guy that they call
Oh yeah. I didn't know who that was at the very
at
beginning.
first, yeah,
Right, they didn't really like add much to that.
Yeah.
But I guess I should have like put 1 and 2 together. Like once they started talking about the military.
right.
It was like a colonel.
But it was also
So-
I feel like the first time it wasn't needed. I don't think they
yeah,
needed
I mean,
it.
they didn't like because that was like the intro.
Kind of,
Before we
yeah.
even saw
It
the
was.
punks, it
Yeah.
was them.
The intro was
And-
long. Like the whole I feel like the whole part until they rise up from the grave is like the intro.
Yeah,
Like it's like
And
a
that was,
45
half
minute
hour,
intro.
40
Yeah. It was like long. But I really wanted to show you this one.
Yeah, I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah, just a fun watch.
But if you like this kind of content, like and subscribe.
Subscribe
His
to the
channel's
boy.
going to be in the description. I already let you know in the intro.
Subscribe to the boys.
Yeah, tell me how you liked Return of the Living Dead.
Good
like
movie.
I feel like you guys like it.